Hi loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be testing out a few drugstore products. I'm really excited, you guys, because it has been an extremely long time since I have worn a drugstore foundation. This is definitely not to knock drugstore products, you guys, but ever since I started to dibble and dabble into more high-end products, I definitely fell in love, and that's pretty much all I wear as far as like complexion wise. So yeah, but for today we are going to be testing out two different primers and a foundation. So for the primers, I am going to be going into Maybelline. Actually, all of these products are from Maybelline, but yeah, so the first one that we're going to be trying out is the Grippy Primer. This is a serum, and I'm going to be trying this out on one side of my face, and then we're going to be trying the Poreless Jelly 24-hour Hydrating Blur Primer on the other side. So yeah, I just want to test these two out to see which one I like the most. I'm definitely liking what I am hearing so far as the information on both of these products, so we're just going to see which one I prefer, or if I prefer both of them. And then for foundation, we're going to be going into the newest foundation Maybelline came out with. This is the Lumi Matte. I was really intrigued by this foundation because you don't really see often a foundation claiming to be luminous and matte, except for the Huda Beauty foundation, you guys. So yeah, I definitely wanted to do kind of a comparison, but I do think that Huda Beauty is going to be discontinuing that foundation, so I just didn't see a point in it. But I still do want to try out this foundation, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So if you guys would like to see my thoughts and opinions on these products and how they perform, then just continue to watch. First of all, can we get into the packaging? Like, it is so pretty. I love the bottle. It is glass, it's got some weight to it, and it's pink. Like, I literally love this packaging so much. This is honestly giving luxe. I don't feel like this is like a drugstore product. I feel like even if I don't like this, I'm still gonna keep it just because of the packaging. It is so pretty. So I'm gonna put all of the claims of this product on the screen while I'm using it, but yeah, so the consistency is kind of thin, and I'm going to be doing the Grippy Primer on the left side of my face. So yeah, it seems really thin, shiny. So it's feeling very hydrating. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin or too sticky. I feel like once it dries down, it's definitely going to get a little bit more tacky. But while that's drying down, I'm going to go ahead and apply the Jelly Poreless Primer. Now this one is in a pump kind of packaging. Here we go. I was struggling for a second. And I like this packaging too. It's really pretty. I love the little metallic-y lettering on it. It kind of reminds me of like Milk makeup a little bit. But yeah, so we're going to pump that. Ooh, okay, you guys. So it's definitely like a silicone kind of feel to it. It's kind of thick too. Ooh, so it's definitely blurring. Hydrating, sort of cooling on the skin as well. It's hydrating for like a silicone-y kind of feel. I can definitely see the blurring effect. I'm gonna see if you guys can tell on my forehead. So I'm gonna do one side. Can you see the difference? This is the primer, and this is the Jelly Primer, and then this is the other primer. If you guys can tell a difference on camera, I can definitely tell a difference in person. Okay, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is giving me a little bit Cali Ray So Blown Away Blurring Primer, the peptide primer one. But honestly, I like how this feels a little bit more. It feels a little bit more hydrating than the Cali Ray. Okay, you guys, so both of the primers are applied, and I'm just letting that dry down. I'm gonna be completely honest, even though the Grippy Serum, which is definitely getting a little bit more tacky, even though it's more hydrated as far as like the serum-y kind of texture, this feels very cooling on my face. Like the Jelly Primer, I really like how this is feeling, you guys. Like, it doesn't feel too matte or anything like that. It definitely does feel hydrating, and it did give my skin a nice blur. I really like how this is feeling. Like, I feel a cooling sensation on my face. I really like that. Here is just tacky, a little more hydrated and like glowy. That's what it is. This side is more glowy, but this side does feel more hydrated and cooling. Like, I can't get over that. I really love how this is feeling. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, when I first got these two primers, I was definitely thinking I was gonna like this one more, but so far I'm liking how this one is feeling. The grippy side kind of feels like I have nothing on my skin, but it definitely gives me a glow. But this side, I don't know, y'all. I just can't get over it. But let's just get into the foundation. So I am in the shade 350. Well, hopefully I'm in that shade. This is more on the neutral side, and it does look a little light when I pump it out, but this foundation, ooh, does oxidize. Hopefully, this is really light. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm like really nervous. I do not think that this is the right shade, to be completely honest. Hopefully this blends. As you can see, this is really light. So I'm just gonna let that sit on my skin for just a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it out. Okay, you guys, so I got this blended out. It definitely got a little bit darker. I haven't even let it like completely dry down yet, so hopefully it'll blend in just a tad bit more. But I'm liking how this is looking so far. The coverage is really nice. I'm going to build it up just a little bit on the areas where I could kind of see the dark spots peeking through. So pretty much just on that area right there, and I'm going to see how this foundation builds. And a little bit right here as well. Okay, you guys, so I pretty much built it up on this whole side of my face. So this is what it's looking like. Definitely still a glow through the foundation. It's given like skin-like, which is the kind of look that I typically go for with every foundation that I own. So I'm really liking how this is looking. So now it's time to apply the foundation on this side. And just to give you guys a little bit of an idea how much the foundation oxidizes, so you can see what it looks like on my face right now, and then this is what it looks like when it's dried down. So definitely a difference, which I'm very thankful for. Okay, guys, so I'm trying to look back so I can really tell which side I like more. I definitely can say that this is a little bit more muted and blurred versus this side where this looks like more of a glow. I feel like that's what I'm getting. I do like both sides, you guys. I definitely feel like this side looks a little bit more matte and smooth, while this side still looks smooth, but it's also more of a glow. So I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but you could just see like this area a little bit. The light is kind of reflecting on this part, but this right here is where I'm really noticing that smoothness, that blurriness. And then when I turn, I just feel like this side is just a little bit more glowy. But I do like both sides so far. I feel like this is basically just going to be more so on preference. I do like how both sides is looking though. And as far as the foundation is really nice. It's lightweight. It's not too heavy on the skin. The coverage is nice as well, and it does blend out really nicely. So I'm liking the foundation so far as well. So I'm just going to apply some foundation on my lids. This is what I do all the time, especially if I'm not wearing any eyeshadow. I'm going to work, so I'm definitely not going to be wearing any eyeshadow. So this is what everything is looking like so far. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off of camera, and then I will come back to show you guys the final look. Okay, you guys, so I am back with the final look. This is my simple everyday makeup kind of look for work. So yeah, that's just pretty much what I did today. And so far, you guys, after really evaluating my skin and how it looks, I am feeling this side just a little bit more. And I say that because it is looking a little bit more like skin is blending into my skin a lot better, versus this side I feel like it's more so sitting on top of my skin. But it does give more of a little bit like more of a full coverage kind of look to me personally, and also it's a little bit more smoother. But then again, this side is really smooth too, but it just looks better in my opinion. And another thing that I'm noticing, you guys, I feel like right here the foundation is settling into my fine lines, well, not my fine lines, but like my smile lines a little bit more than this side. Like this side is actually not doing it at all, but as you can see, I tried to fix it right here and I think I messed it up. But yeah, it's like settling in, and I've had to go in a couple of times to try to blend it out. So I'm not really liking that, but other than that, you guys, both sides do look really smooth. But yeah, you guys, I just applied some bronzer on my eyelids because the foundation was definitely creasing a lot, even though I even set it on my eyelids. So yeah, that was kind of bothering me. So hopefully it looks a little bit better. But yeah, you guys, that is pretty much what the skin is looking like. And we are going to be doing a wear test as well, because you know, who knows, things might change throughout the day. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that, and I'll check in with you guys in a couple of hours so you can see how the foundation and the primer and everything is holding up. And I forgot to mention, you guys, what I use to set my makeup. I use the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh spray. I love this spray so much, and I actually got the full size yesterday. And then I topped it off with the e.l.f. Power Grip setting spray. I love those two setting sprays together so much, especially when I'm using a matte foundation. So yeah, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and start the wear test. Okay, you guys, so this was at the 11 o'clock mark. I did end off the video at 9 a.m. So yeah, this is around 11 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, you guys, this is what both sides are looking like. It was still holding up pretty well. Nothing really changed too much. So yeah, this is just pretty much what it was looking like. I'm still loving the grippy side more than the jelly blurring side. So yeah, this is pretty much what my skin was looking like. Everything was still looking pretty good. Now, this was at the end of the day, you guys, and as you can see, I was extremely tired. My allergies was kicking my behind the entire day, you guys. It was pretty bad, but I will say that I do like both of the primers, but I don't think that I care for the foundation too much, you guys. Like, it just broke up way too much in my smile lines. The coverage was okay. I just didn't like how it held up throughout the day, and I really don't think it had anything to do with the primer. But I will say, if I had to choose one primer, it would definitely be the grippy one. I just love more of a hydrating kind of look, a more skin-like kind of look, so that is just more of my preference. But if you do want a more blurred look and you have larger pores than I do, I actually don't really have much pores, to be honest. But yeah, you guys, if you want more of a smoothing kind of look, then I would definitely go with the jelly one, but my preference is definitely the grippy one.